I agree that things have to change from the top. If the US stops supporting Israel, apartheid will end, occupation will end. If the EU stops supporting Israel, the same thing. It will not be able to carry on doing whatever it does without the support that it gets from the US, Canada, Australia, and every member state of the EU, including the Czech Republic. But with all my great respect to Professor Chomsky, I think that he tends to gloss over the main point. And the main point is that Israel is a supremacist state. There is nothing legitimate about Zionism, not in the Zionist project as it was implemented in Palestine. Maybe something about the Zionist ideology a long time ago was something about it was legitimate, maybe. Nothing was legitimate about the way it was implemented in Palestine. And so if we arrive at a political solution, the way that the politicians want to have it, we will not have the rights of the people. That is why it's very important for the people to stand up to the politicians. And I'm talking both about the Palestinian politicians and the Israeli politicians and the European ones. Okay? When the so-called Palestinian so-called authority says that if Israel will offer them a nice deal, then they are willing to renounce the right of return, that is absolutely legitimate. Also, Mahmoud Abbas is in no position to renounce the right of return other than his own right to return to Safed. That is the only right that he can renounce. But this is a personal right, and Palestinians have the right. Same goes for equality. I'm not willing to have half equality or 3/4 equality. It's either equality or nothing. There's nothing in between. I'm not. It's at the moment you're either in favor of apartheid or against apartheid. There's nothing in between. I'm sorry. I wish there was. So the politicians are trying to come up with all kinds of clever ideas about how to have half apartheid, 3/4 apartheid. I'm not willing to play this game. We're insisting on rights, on all three fundamental rights of Palestinians. How is it going to be implemented? I don't care. 1 state, 2 states, 5 states, 0 states, it doesn't matter. It matters because it has, it has different consequences, but this is negotiable. What is not negotiable are the rights. And this is what we have to demand of the politicians, and also the Czech people have to demand of their politicians, at the very least, to be neutral. At the very least, not to support the criminals as they do at the moment. Hopefully, they will also choose to stand by the oppressed, and that will make it easier on us.